The last thing I wanted to ask you, Jim, you've been known to discover and recruit a lot of great talent to WWE. Tell me three guys that the minute you saw them, because there are people that come into a room and they just own it immediately, and you know that there's something about it. And three people that you saw that immediately had it in your eyes.
Well, gosh, three. I can do three real easy. Brock,
right?
Kurt Angle,
right?
And in the conversation would be John Cena. John Cena was lifting weights and driving a limo when I started working for Rick Baston down there, in Southern California.
Yeah, he was a poster boy for Gold's Gym though at the time, so you knew the guy was like he was kind of like a sort of a star, before he got.
Yep. He had it, but for him, for example, we started talking about wrestling, and it wasn't he memorized all my good stuff. He knew everything because he was a student of the game. Right. So he was another one that was a natural. I saw Randy Orton get in the wrestling ring in OVW. I saw, this guy's going to be really good. Right. The question with Randy was always kind of he's a free spirit, shall we say.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being a free spirit, as long as as an administrator, you recognize what you've got and you deal with them as such. Don't try to make them something they can't be.
Right.
So, but Lesnar would be there on that list, and Angle. I mean, you got two legitimate, really, really athletic badasses.
Right.
That can wrestle and work, and they're believable. And, if they'd been back in the territory era, they'd never been out of work. They'd be working till they were old and decrepit.
Right.
But yeah, those guys are certainly on there. We had that one class we sent to OVW that had Lesnar, Cena, Batista, Orton, and Shelton Benjamin. And I said this story before in my stage shows, which are going to be all over the place WrestleMania weekend in New York City. That the best athlete of that class is Shelton Benjamin, and he still is, by the way.
Yeah.
He's the best pure athlete of the group. Running, jumping, strength, all the measurables you would do in an athletic environment. He was the guy. It's just he didn't have the charisma. Our system failed him by making sure that we didn't pursue his working with him on promos and his to establish and grow his personality. That's a system fault, and I'll take part of the blame for that because I was a part of the system.
Right.
But man, he's a stud. So we got lucky. I'll tell you, we got really lucky on talent. And it's funny, I'm waiting. Who's the biggest star that has been developed out of the Performance Center? Charlotte Flair.
Pretty much.
That'd be a guess, maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys that they're using, they're doing really well there, are guys that they got from either ROH or the Indies.
Right.
So, and what's going to help that before we get off track, but at least they're going on the road and doing tours and working before a live audience, whether it's 100 people or 500 people, whatever it is, on those NXT shows, is exactly what the doctor ordered. And they got to do that to get their talent better, without a doubt.